Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. How about my Dodgers right now? Let's get it. Let's get it. Shop to GLD, shop GLD. I am rocking the Dodgers chain right now. Don't worry. Once we get this win tonight, I'm going to fall asleep with this one. Keep myself nice and chill, right? And then tomorrow I swap it out for the Commanders joint. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Rumtober. GLD, take it to the yacht. Show them what we got. Shop GLD. Link is in the description.
Hop out in Miami when no land, ain't got no understanding. How the hell I'm burning or turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Shop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit. Don't want zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it. Good bring away your knowledge.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Thank you for enjoying that quick word from our sponsors over at Shop GLD. Joining me tonight is the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, step it up to the plate, representing LA. Drop the mic, FF. What's going on, bro?
It's going great as long as the Dodgers. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. What a day. What a day. It's been very interesting. We got robots getting ready to walk amongst us. Okay. We got like so much is happening. So much is happening. We got players getting released by their agencies. We have 5 rookie quarterbacks starting this week.
Wait, can you repeat the first one? I don't know about that.
This already got released by his agency.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a lot to talk about. I hope that you all are feeling a lot better and your day is going a lot better than those of the stats of Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns bank account. We do have a very, very interesting show for you guys. We are going to dive into it, but before we do, first let me shout out, the chat really quick while you get ready. Yo, says the homie Daniel. Hold up. Work with me now. Work with me. Let's get the controls working. What is good, Daniel? What is good? Aiden saw the Bijan in Outer Banks, bro. Looks like a dumbass. Looks like the Pirates of the Caribbean, bro. We got Bijan out here acting in Outer Banks. We got Durkio out here sliding on power. Everybody's getting acting jobs. You could thank Robbie if the Dodgers win. Look, I'm not out there on the diamond, but look, you try to doubt us, and I told you what was going to happen. All right.
Did you know that today is the first playoff
The first
game
time that we have 2 Japanese pitchers going.
I didn't think that was – I figured it happened like with the Yankees or whatever, like when they had freaking those guys, and that didn't happen.
Look, 2024 has been a year of sports history. We got rookie quarterbacks breaking recorks and numbers.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. You're what's good? Slap. Welcome. Fuck the Chiefs. Oh, what's good, Mike? Eric, what is good? Yo, what's up? Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to share the content. You already know the vibe. This is Rumboyz After Dark. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. all the Rumboys and girls want to do. Dilly dilly. Arr. Let's get into the goddamn long day. You good?
Well, no, there's honest truth.
You're good. No, all good.
The bottles. I had to tip it further than I thought because over the past month I've diluted this bottle very much.
I understand. I'm just like that was a sip of a long day. That was a sip of a long day. You deserve that.
I've been up since 5.
As always, here on Rumboyz After Dark, we do begin our show recapping Thursday night football. Boys, last night, the game was electric, okay? We had some infighting amongst the Seattle Seahawks. Brock Purdy continues to exceed not only his salary, but also his expectations, and also breaking the narrative of it doesn't matter what draft pick you are. What are your takeaways from last night about these two NFC West juggernauts? And what are your fantasy football takeaways from last night? DK Metcalf had what, 4.7, 2.7 fantasy points? Things like 4.7.
I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, it's 4.7 fantasy points. He has some drops. Mike, take it away. Tell people how you feel.
All right, so football first. Football first. The 49ers find ways to win when they need to win, when they're like that. To me, with everything that's gone on this year, that was a must win.
Yeah.
They needed to get back on track. Don't know about Jordan Mason with the AC sprain in the shoulder. McCaffrey's still out. Kittle comes back. Kittle comes and gets 2 touchdowns. Debo gets the touchdown. Are they going to be the juggernaut and not lose for 7 or 8 weeks? No. But are the Niners one of those teams that just has to be healthy getting into the playoffs? Yes, and that's part of the reason I still think that McCaffrey isn't really going to be around until week 13 or 14. As long as they can stay afloat, get him on the team, whatever. Seattle, on the other hand, there was stuff that they could be proud of. Geno's been doing good, but then Geno looked normal. Speaking of DK Metcalf, where's the white shoes, please? You want to be flashy, but you might have gotten a touchdown.
If he camouflaged his cleats.
You might have had, that was all, it wasn't as close, but just like in week 1 against the Chiefs, if Isaiah Likely didn't have black cleats.
Bro, look, no. Okay, I am completely against, the whole idea that, all right, if you wear white cleats, it's going to camouflage it.
I'm against it too, but not when you have them in 8 leagues.
We can zoom in and see.
But not when you have them in 8 leagues.
We're not dumb. We have eyes. Sorry for the visually impaired.
Did you hear what ESPN's announcer dude?
Smaller shoe size.
Did you see what ESPN's? Did you hear what ESPN's, or not ESPN, Amazon's referee dude said about the play where it could have been a fumble on the punt?
Yes.
Where they said that the NFL situation room didn't have the enhanced video and didn't see that clip.
Bro, as soon as it happened, as soon as I don't know.
Oh no, that's how I'm like. But I only really have one thing I want to say about fantasy football tapes. I was not sold on a certain player going into 2024. I became sold on him right away, even though some people said, oh, there's another running back, blah, 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 blah. KW9 is a beast, and if he's going to get, for fantasy purposes, it was kind of ugly, but what I'm saying is, if he's going to get the passing game work that he's been getting the last 3 weeks, instead of it going, or the last 2 weeks, instead of it going to Charbonnet, Walker's going to be a top 6 running back for the rest of the season.
Here's the thing. I think that Seattle, that time that K9 was out, and I believe I've said it before, if not on this show, I've either said it on one of our TikTok lives or I have said it on a different podcast here on YouTube and Twitch. And we're also live on X. Elon, stop fucking with shit, please. Anyways, what I'm trying to convey here is I think that they figured out when K9 was out that they can be able to utilize that two-headed monster and that both running backs are efficient. So I think they're trying to find a way to where that can be a positive attribute for them offensively. Couple of things that I want to get into and I want to bring up. DK. DK.
Stop pouting.
Hang on.
I figured that was the first thing you were going to say.
I'm going there. I'm trying to also like simultaneously get this tweet out. Letting X know that we're live. Make sure that you guys share the content, please, so that I don't have to always do everything back here behind the scenes. Make my life be a little bit easier. DK. You know that I love you, friend of the show. You know that we love you. Okay. Forgive me for certain things that I'm about to say. Certain things are purely comedic, and certain things are some harsh criticisms. Stop being a fucking diva, bro. Adjust your body language. This has been a year out and a year in and year out thing with you grabbing the headset and yelling into that. Do we necessarily know what was yelled into that? No. We heard that is something to the effect of, I don't need any pep talks, this, that, and the third. I'm pretty sure that it may have been a little bit more than that. I don't think I've ever seen a player do that. I don't think I've ever seen a player rip a headset off a coach and yell into the mic, yell into the booth. So that was disappointing. The sitting back pouting was disappointing. Some of the drops. So there was 3 key major drops that were just very, very disappointing for the talent, the size, the athleticism, and the speed of which you have. Going up for the ball on that touchdown, that what should have been a touchdown. Going up for the ball on that what should have been a touchdown, DK. Kind of flailed the leg out a little bit, while up in the air. And I think that aerodynamically speaking, that's what also resulted in the foot. There wasn't toe drag swag on that. And I made the comment during the play-by-play last night. I was like, for a Seattle Seahawk, that was not very Nate Burleson of you. Do we need to bring back the toe drag swag segment? Like, I feel like we have to bring back the toe drag swag segment because during that era, that was a marquee attribute that receivers were practicing and getting down and displaying day in, day out during game day. And I think that maybe a little bit of that could have, played its role. Technique-wise at that particular situation. DK, what you displayed last night was levels of, hey, my boss, are you showing up for work today? Sitting on the bench like this, just with the attitude. Forget fantasy teams. Some of those drops, you got to show up for your team. When shorties be like, here's my heart, don't drop it, please. You did it 3 different times in one game, one night. Left us all heartbroken. DK Metcalf was sitting on the sideline looking more dejected than Meek Mill leaving a Diddy party at 2 a.m. What do you mean all the baby oil is gone? Motherfucker, it was all on your hands. Tyler Lockett popped out and showed. They not like us. They not like us. 16 fantasy points that I just left on my bench because I hit up one of the fellow Rumboyz, not you, Mike. And he was like, no, play Leggett over Lockett. And I played Leggett over Lockett.
Hey, I played Lockett, but guess what league it was?
What?
I had to play him, but it's that league that me and you are in where you have to start 5 wide receivers.
Oh, okay. I can't remember which one that is.
That's Steve. That's Coach Steve's
universe league.
Yeah. But I started him as my 5th wide receiver. So 60 wide receivers get started in this league, and he was my 5th wideout. I'll take it.
Hey, he finally popped off. He finally popped off. In the words of Ray J, asses are being taken. Yo, yes. But hey, really quick shout out to Tyler Lockett. But yes, in the words of Ray J, asses are being taken that have never been taken. The 49ers are back. The 49ers are back, and the 49ers continue to display, despite injuries that may take place, that they have depth and they could get things done. Isaac Guerrero could have had a 100-yard night easily if he just takes a couple more steps, but for the team, took the dive to secure the win for the boys. All right. Isaac Guerrero, waiver wire. I'm letting it be known that he is going to be featured in the waiver wire segment for Goal Line Goons this week, Tuesdays, same time, same place. Y'all already know the vibes. We also simulcast that on Big Guy Fantasy Sports. Charbonnet is a blocker. That is a thing that will become more and more apparent in this backfield. It is impossible for a K9 to keep him off the field in third down situations. Even in that scenario, I think that they honestly figured out that they can run both of these two, and they can utilize it to throw off the tempo of the defense, and then by doing so, allows Geno to be able to work his way into the passing game. Geno, stop throwing picks. Stop throwing picks. That was crazy. DK said, if I want to be a diva, I'm gonna be a diva, mofo. Nah, bro, that was excessive last night. That was super excessive, and I think that also contributed into the team chemistry that dove them into the loss. Kenneth Walker has got to the point where he's almost a tight end. His production is more than likely touchdown dependent. I'm in a league where it's the Colorado Springs Invitational, where I have Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, and I'll be start. There's plenty of times where I'll throw them both out there, depending on matchups and so on and so forth. DK should have been all love and hip hop. I know, with all the drama. Hey, Ryan Grubb, can we please throw past the fucking sticks? Oh my gosh, the TRT is kicking in and making him insensitive. Wow. Yeah, DK left hella fantasy points, but I mean, not even that's not even what, DK sitting there like he was in timeout. Oh my gosh. Bro's running routes like Big X applause. Damn, I love our chat. Damn. Thank you for Garendo's flowers. Oh my gosh. And then also Pat Taylor was even getting some touches as well. Calm down on the waiver wire talk. It's Friday. Look, got to throw the gems out there. DK sitting there like all the cocaine just ran out. Woo! And this is another thing that I did think about. If DK is that unhappy, asked to be traded, bro's acting like the light-skinned dude that caught the one-handed TD pass in New York. Oh my gosh, Odell, you're bringing up Odell. It last night showed me, and Mike, tell me what you think. Do you think DK could consider a trade after that?
No.
Okay. It is something that I definitely thought. Geno sucks, Robbie admitted. I'm not going to sit here and say that he sucks.
He doesn't suck. I think
he doesn't suck.
I think
he went up against a damn good 49ers team that is one of the hardest defenses to play against. You play against Fred Warner.
He went up against one of the harder defenses, but I also think that we can't treat him like he's out. He backed up Eli and all them for a reason.
Nope, read it. What did it say, Mike?
QB4 in fantasy and QB11 QBR sucks. Yes. No, but my point is I just don't think we can kind of like Baker in the sense of this. I love Baker. Baker's doing great. But if Baker has 1 or 2 bad weeks and is not finishing in the top 5 fantasy-wise, that doesn't mean he
He
sucks.
sucks. Exactly. Yeah.
Geno was never expected to be a top 10 QB coming into the year, so we can't expect him to not have bad performances against good defenses, especially when it's a defense in the division on a short week.
Exactly. Geno doesn't suck. That defense is top tier. Noah, I will take your question very quick. Are you starting Braylon Allen, or would you roster Ty Johnson and hope Cook is out on Monday for the Bills? I would never say that I hope that a top player like that would be out.
No,
I think that you're investing too much risk in doing that because Ty Johnson gets his work in the passing game, whereas they'll use Ray kind of dual in both scenarios, and Ray will be on the field in that situation. You're better off grabbing Ray than Ty Johnson if we're going to be completely honest with each other. With that being said, though, you just easily just insert Braylon Allen. And save yourself the headache of, is Cook going to play? Do I grab this player? Because what if you now grab Ty Johnson? He ends up not playing because Cook decides, hey, I'm going to fight through turf toe this week. Now you just sold yourself short on a bench spot and just probably dropped a player to pick up Ty Johnson that now makes your opponent better, or now that you may not be able to pick back up because we're sitting here on a Friday night. So Braylon Allen, if you're going to do that, is probably your more sure bet decision or your sure bet choice because you can actually utilize that rest of season.
I will give my answer. I will give my answer next topic.
Yeah. Purdy outplayed him with worse weapons. Where were the worst weapons? Debo is the first wide receiver in history with 20 plus receiving touchdowns in his career and 20 plus rushing touchdowns in his career. Kittle is a dog.
I would say equal.
Total. Prior to that game last night, 532 yards for the wide receiver duo of DK and
all I'm saying is Debo, Ayuk, Kittle equals Metcalf, JSN, Lockett.
Who would you? But then when you also turn over and then you look at the defense, they got easily the defensive player of the year, hands down, the defensive player of the year. Lenore can shut down any fucking receiver that he chooses to at any time.
You got Bosa.
Bosa is as explosive as Noah Lyles off the blocks. That's real life. That's a real next-gen stat. He fires off that fucking quick with that much explosion. If you seriously thought that Seattle had a chance last night, you're fucking bugging.
Oh, no. I would have no. I thought
Geno or Carr, it's easily Geno.
So it finished at Hi, Albert.
What's good, Albert? Didn't mean hoping Cook. Cook is out, but exactly.
We know what you meant. We just mentioned it because the way it was worded. That's all.
There's Purdy has outplayed his damn salary, his expectations, and his draft position.
Did you see that stat?
Which stat?
Where he's ranked in quarterback pay overall?
Yeah. He is what? Like 8, like it was like really fucking low. It was like 40. He's like number 40. It's even lower. It's like 81 or some shit, right?
61 overall.
61. 61st pay quarterback. Quarterbacks are making more money than him. Never been to a Super Bowl.
Carson Wentz is making 3x.
Oh, hey, remember everyone? Oh, well, he's just a game manager, and he doesn't. He throws short passes, and then his the rest of the roster takes it for yard, takes it up the field. You want to know who leads the league in deep passes? You want to know who leads the league? You want to know? You want to know?
I already know.
Big cock Brock, my Glock. Oh, Purdy. So there's no need in trying to downplay either of the quarterbacks last night. because you had a bad week in fantasy, because you had a bad week on the books. Be accountable over your picks. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem, because that's what it sounds like when y'all complain about the decisions that you make. That's what it sounds like.
All right, one last question. It's already 40 minutes in before we get to the second topic.
It is not 40 minutes in. It is 25.
25. Sorry, I'm just looking at the clock. My question to you is, what did the line finish at? 3.5?
The line opened at 3.5, and I believe it finished at 3.5. No. What was the final score? God damn it!
The final score was like 12, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it opened up at 3, it finished at 3.5. My apologies.
I thought it should have been around 4.5 to 5.5.
I said during the TikTok live that I did yesterday during the pre-show that you could have set that line at 10 and you could have bought it at 10 because I felt that was bullshit to set it at that. I did not believe that there was no way that Seattle could have even went in there and fucking handled 49ers jockstrap, let alone their roster once it stepped on the field. You can't Shanahan. Come on. We're going to move on to the next topic, but before we do, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
TDS topic.
Of course, you came right when we're starting to talk about his city.
Hold on, let me do my red Corvette dance.
No, you know what you need to do? You know what you need to do?
What happened?
Was that a Prince reference?
Penalty shot. Go.
This man has to fucking change a diaper later.
No, all he has to do is, I know what he's got in his hands. It's a freaking claw. So all he had to do is take a swig of that, and I call the meeting.
Bottom of the 6th, 1 zip. Dodgers hanging on for dear life right now.
Dang it.
We're gonna go ahead, move on to the next topic here. I got 100 clips. From New York. Robert Saleh fired on his day off. What you mean you got fired on your day off? Following a loss in London, and conversations are swirling about whose fault is it really for the Jets' shortcomings. I mean, let's face it. Aaron Rodgers, my question here is he a catfish? Okay, we all remember that show Catfish, right? He hasn't exactly looked like the same guy that we once grouped in with the Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning's of the world. I say that because those guys, when they went to other teams, they excelled and they won Super Bowls. What do you expect for things to look like underneath new interim head coach Ulbrich and Todd Downing being now the offensive play caller? And by the way, let's just remember that Nathaniel Hackett is still in the building. He doesn't really have any play calling powers, but he's still part of the staff. So Taco, take it away. Cheers.
Well, I mean, with the Aaron Rodgers situation, we know why he's keeping Hackett on board, because that's his boy, and we see this throughout many teams. You want to get your guys on there and have everyone on there and make it like, family reunion, and ends up not going anywhere. We watched guys like Randall Cobb get a job last year with the Jets and so on and so forth. And it's been the Aaron Rodgers show. So at this point in time, with the perceived friction between Salah and Rodgers, I mean, I think it was a long time coming to make the move from Salah. You probably shouldn't have started the season with him as your coach if you were willing to move him after this little hiccup, because it's only 2-3. It's not like they're completely out of it. It's more like, okay, guys, you need to right the ship, not fire the coach, unless there was some underlying tension, some underlying dismay. There was some toxicity in that locker room. There was some animosity going on. I mean, we've seen the sideline clips of the push between Salah and Rodgers. So I think when we take all of this into context, I think it was a long time coming. It probably should have been sooner. Not from a standpoint of is he a bad coach, because defensively he seemed to be good. It was the offense that was really having the problems. And there's a lot of questions that you could have. He didn't have quarterbacks the last couple of years, and somehow they were able to score just as many points they're scoring now. So there's a lot of offensive problems. I mean, you're looking at guys like Breece Hall, who he came in, who a lot of people thought would fight for the #1 overall player spot, and he's a shell of himself. You're getting nothing out of the Wilson and Rodgers connection, and someone has to take the fall, and he's the fall guy. Is it his fault? No. What happened?
Not if you watched film. You didn't. If you watched film, you knew that there was going to be an eventual point in the season that they were going to make that a 2-back system. I mean,
then a lot of these
shout out to all the dynasty guys, and this is where being in a couple of dynasty leagues and taking a dynasty league serious really helps you.
But a lot of these analysts, everyone was on the Breece Hall top 3. Top 5
because they're giving you
consensus running back
because they're giving you your redraft analytics and such. When you're looking at football big picture, this is me personally, and I know that I am very much in this small majority, and the chat can attest to this. You look at the way certain picks are made, certain personnel, certain body types, when people are like, oh, the combine doesn't matter. I don't care how much this person bench presses. Guess what? Those of us that, when we look at the X's and O's, and so we're thinking about all these things because we're thinking about how each piece fits together to fucking build Voltron. There is no for the person that may be sitting at the bar just watching football. Yes, they thought that it was going to be Breece Hall, et cetera, et cetera. For the person that may be, doing this, like for like a living or like day in, day out, you're looking at it big pictures. So you are like, for me, I already came in knowing, so I didn't have.
So you didn't have Breece Hall as your top 3 of running backs coming into the season. That's very hard to come into.
When I did my rankings. Now, as far as what I did when I entered the draft room,
that's the weird part.
Hold on, I pivoted. As far as when I'm dropping content, I'm sitting back and I'm saying, "Hey guys, this is where they are ranked, and this is what rankings are saying." This is what you should be doing despite what this thing says. This is why I say ADP is fucking fake. It's fake. You know who makes ADP? All of us in the chat.
Let me ask Taco a question. Let me ask Taco a question that's not part of my take that has to do with exactly, because I know exactly what you mean, Robbie. Would you rather have, when you were drafting, because I know Robbie's answer, would you rather have, for what you think is going to happen, thought was going to happen, would you rather have had Breece Hall as RB3 or the wide receiver that you could have drafted at that same exact spot?
Oh, in single point PPR, I was taking Breece Hall. I was taking Breece Hall over all of them because of what he produced last season. To me, if you look at his volume from a passing game, his upside was #1 player overall.
And that's why me and Robbie are saying you have the opinion that you had, is because we disagree.
And when you came into it, even speaking to Jets fans, with the increased offensive line with Rodgers, even if Allen came in and got still 30% of the carries, the efficiency that you saw out of Hall last year was leaps and bounds over what you're getting now.
But you also have to remember what Braylon. So if I'm the New York Jets, okay, I'm about to say some nerdy shit. I'm about to say some nerdy X's and O's football shit right here. If I'm the New York Jets and I see the defense, or I notice a tendency that the defense is showing me 8. And when I say defense showing me 8, I'm talking loaded box. Breece, hey, you and Allen swap. I got somebody that's gonna crack that baby wide open. I got a guy that can break the safe. I want you to work in space. That's what you're used for. You have to think about those things. You have to think schematics.
But if they're doing that, you're still getting better a return on what you're getting from Breece Hall because he's not getting those open space catches where he's able to make a move and go. Their usage of him is completely weird, but that's also because this offense is not even close to what we expected.
But that's because, but that now becomes a chemistry issue, which during the offseason was a thing that many analysts brought up. Hey, why is it that Rodgers is showing up? Yo, what's the shit with the Son Reddick? Yo, we got Sauce over here praising the fucking rookie that he's in joint practices with, bro. That's an enemy. What are you doing, Five? Then we got, we don't really know, like you mentioned, bringing up the running game. We don't know what's happened with that. Yo, why isn't Rodgers getting Garrett Wilson the ball? Oh, wait, it's because his love buddy Lazard is on the team. Wait, you brought in Mike Williams who you can utilize in jump balls. Why haven't we seen any jump balls? Where's the fade routes? There is so much from a chemistry standpoint that we already knew coming into the season. We already knew. And that also goes back to, the topic at hand, Salah getting fired. The only thing that Salah did wrong was he couldn't control the locker room. Where Woody Johnson fucks up in this whole thing is Woody, this is coming from a Lakers fan. So anyone that knows basketball knows where I'm about to go with this. Woody did not back up the coach and let GM Rodgers call the shots and make the decisions and dictate. Aaron, I understand that you say that you were blindsided. I think that you were blindsided because of the day that it happened, and when it happened, you knew that it was coming.
Bye week.
There was definitely moments ahead of this where you and Woody definitely had conversations. You and Salah definitely had conversations. Taco brought it up with the media. I'm sorry, but this team is not going to look any different with the coordinator, with the coordinator changes or the head coach changes. I think this team is still doomed.
I disagree with that, as we saw last year with the Bills. We kind of like training the offensive coordinator. Is that going to do anything? And they started going on a roll.
That's a coordinator.
You're right, but now you're changing coordinator and coach because there's going to be someone else calling the plays, essentially. So you have a new play caller. Not
what do you know about Todd Downing? What do you know about Todd Downing? Because I'll tell you,
it's a different voice, and sometimes change can just be good.
Hey, I'm be your motto right here, Mike. Hey, Mike,
throw it.
Catch.
All right, let me talk about Braylon Allen and Breece Hall first because I think Taco's completely wrong on this.
I need you to talk about Downing too in your
time. No, that's why I'm leading into that with the two of them. So I'm going to go backwards. I was going to talk about whose fault it is, but since we're at topic that I think I need to address this topic at hand first. If the Jets were going to have Breece Hall be yes, I think we all thought he was going to be the workhorse back, but for people that thought Allen wasn't going to have any play and that Breece was going to be the man, here's the thing. Why would they have drafted if that was the case, they would have drafted a smaller running back, completely different type of back. They drafted someone that can do this, that could still run the ball in the tackles.
That's been a hammer since 17 years old.
My point is you would have drafted a different style. It's the same issue of people complaining about Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. Yes, they're a little bit different compared to those two, but they would have drafted a smaller pass catching back or, just a blocker that doesn't catch or whatever if Allen wasn't going to be involved.
Okay? I'm not saying he wasn't going to be involved. I'm just saying I didn't think he'd be better than Hall. That's a better way to put it, where he's demanding more work share, where it's 50-50 than even a 70-30.
But here's the problem with that, and this I really don't mean this as a knock against you, Taco. I really don't. You didn't watch him in college.
No.
That's a big difference.
That's the point.
A lot of times, your guys watching in college is also the opposite side where I'd see it, and they're not performing.
I had him as like RB3 or 4 coming in. Like I had him higher than he got drafted. Here's where it gets down to it. Taco, question for you.
I think again, this is more an indictment on Hall than it is about Allen. Because if Hall's performing, this is still different.
But see, I don't think that it's fair. I don't think that it's fair.
Hall is underperforming horribly.
It's okay from the fantasy football standpoint. That's the only way that I could say anything negative about Hall. But Hall's job is not to win. Hall's job isn't to win me my fantasy championship. That's my job to make the better decisions and to build a roster and to be
That's completely different of the conversation. And Hall is not looking good in his touches, whereas Allen is. And now this is changing the pecking order.
He's in a committee. He's in a committee.
Keep talking, Robbie. I'm looking up something.
He's in a committee.
Yes, I'm saying he is in a committee now. But it's not because all of a sudden, like Allen
is. Do you think that Breece Hall's still going to be a 1,000-yard rusher?
Breece Hall is underperforming significantly from.
That wasn't my question. Do you think Breece Hall's still going to be a 1,000-yard rusher?
Not at this pace.
You're fucking bugging. You're
at
bugging.
This pace that
You're
bugging.
Right, you're bugging. You're bugging.
Robbie, he doesn't even have 200 yards.
He will have a breakout game. Because here's what I think that's going to happen. Here's what I think that's going to happen. And I think the breakout won't happen this week. I think it'll happen next week.
Let me go, and then you can, because I think I know where you're going with this.
I think they're go ahead, because I think they're about to say. I think they're about to just play backyard fucking football. Go ahead.
Taco, do you know where Todd Downing came from? Arthur Smith left to go to Atlanta, and Downing became the OC for Derrick freaking Henry and ran the ball down people's throats in Tennessee.
Take that.
Guess what they're going to do Monday night and the week after that and the week after that? They're going to take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands because Nathaniel Hackett couldn't do shit with it. So what's going to happen? Yeah. It's going to be the Breece Hall. I'm not saying he's going to get 1,000 yards. What I'm saying is they are going to do exactly that the argument was about, and that's why I'm glad the argument happened before me. Breece Hall and Braylon Allen are going to eat. It's Nathaniel Hackett's fault. It's Aaron Rodgers' fault. Yes, it was Robert. It's everyone's fault. And I'm just going to say it now. I'm going to leave it to Robbie, but I'm going to say it now. My upset of the week is the Jets beating the Bills, bitches.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because here's the thing. In order to win, and what the Jets were fucking up is you need to establish tempo. You need to establish rhythm. Okay. Football is like a waltz. Okay. Da 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 da. No.
It's more like
hold on. Let me. It's a waltz. Okay. First quarter, we're stepping on the field. Da 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 da. Everything's peaceful. Da 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 da. Run through your face. Establish the run. That is what they are going to do. Hit them. Da, da, da. Bro, that is what's going to happen. Okay. They are bringing the hammers. You are going to see different types of play actions, different types of RPOs. You want to know what's different that Downing has here that didn't have in Tennessee? Is that he can now, with Garrett Wilson and such, oh, bro, I'm looking dead at Garrett Wilson. Like, if I'm the Jets, I would have woke up today when I arrived at practice. Garrett Wilson, step off the field. I need you to come talk to me. Yeah, we're installing jet sweeps, bro. We're installing jet sweeps. So I hope that you can take off like a fucking bat out of hell because, yeah. So that's where I'm coming in. That's where I feel like now Garrett Wilson can start establishing some fantasy value. Oh, my gosh. If I get in the run zone, oh, the run's not working. They're stopping the run. Mike Williams. Remember that shit that you used to do in L.A.? Yeah. jump ball, back corner fade. Like, hey, I need you to go be a power forward real quick.
So you think this move is good for the Jets?
They weren't doing before. Yo, that check down shit to Lazard, that's all you're being used for. You're now just a check down artist. I don't want no more deep balls to Lazard.
Taco, let me answer that question for you because I don't know if Robbie heard you, but I did.
What was the question?
Well, let me answer it and then you can answer it. The question was, so this is a good move. You know why I say yes? Because I think Nathaniel Hackett sucks.
Nathaniel Hackett fucking sucks.
That's pure. I mean, I think he's more of the problem than Rodgers himself.
Like, fucking sucks, bro. I think Nathaniel Hackett is a big piece of the problem that we already knew. But I also think that Rodgers is the problem. If I'm Brick, I'm telling Rodgers, yo, I'm gonna need you to just sit back and be a quarterback for me and nothing else.
Here's the thing. Nathaniel, and don't take it the exact way I think you're going to take it right when I say these other words. Nathaniel Hackett is Adam Gase.
Yep.
No, yes. I was about to say that.
But in the sense of getting a job off of
Let's go!
Getting a job off of I know I'm watching her ads. Getting a job off of one performance with a star QB. Adam Gase got the job in New York by getting oh shit. I just got it.
Tessacor. Dominicano papi, dale.
He got the job off of Peyton Manning being his quarterback when he was the OC, and then he got the head coaching job, and we saw what he did to my boy Sam Darnold. More to come later. Hint, hint. However, Nathaniel Hackett did the same thing, being the OC for Aaron Rodgers, and then he goes to Denver, and look at the shit that he did in Denver. He didn't even know how to call a goddamn timeout.
Nope.
Case closed. I'm done.
Yep, we're going to get into the next topic. Dodgers up to
Let's go, baby.
Bottom of the 7th with our boy. You see the bobblehead right here, Max Muncy.
I still go, Matt. I still go, Tajay.
I go Braylon. He'll never be Soto. Hey, we ain't asked him to be Soto. We asked him to go out there and hit dingers, hit piss missiles, and get us a World Series. One thing I'll give Brees is he's 27th in red zone carries. Can't get much worse, and has the most running back routes in the NFL. Trust me,
that's what I'm saying.
Trust me, it's gonna get better because I think that they are going to. I think they're literally just going to abandon the playbook. Like for this week, I would literally, if I'm downing, I'm walking out there. I'm like, we're gonna run very simple concepts. There will be some play calling, but for the most part, go out there, show me what you got, so I can get something to work with for our next game. You know, let's use this to prepare. You know, get on the good foot, boys. Just go out there, have fun, play fucking football like you know how to play football. I've been in plenty. My junior year we had a coaching change. You know, and it sucked. You know, it was what it was. And literally the coach that took over, Coach Cassidy. I remember him walking in the locker room and he was like, he was just like, boys, y'all know your playbook and everything. He was like, so, you know, if you want to use some of the old stuff, you know, before I start installing a new system, go ahead. He was like, but tonight, go out there and just play football. And we went out there and we whooped fucking Colonial Forge's ass because it was just like, hey, yo, you're good at this thing? All right, bet. Yo, end around. Hey, yo, third string quarterback, Robbie, go in. Hey, take off Wildcat. Like we just started doing whatever we wanted to do, and we calling our own plays. And then he took from that, drew inspiration from that. The rest of the season, we had a game plan, and we was smacking. You know, so, hey, I'm just saying. Want to bring up, we found out something today. Well, we didn't necessarily find out because, sorry, Robbie, this has to be a Subway Series, World Series. No, I need Yankees.
No, I really want Dodgers, Yankees.
Yeah, Dodgers, Yankees will feed families. You get East Coast versus West Coast. The views.
I won't
versus Judge.
talk to this asshole for a week.
Oh no, we're gonna be
I'll
on the
be
show
through.
talking shit. But we'll be doing. I'm gonna be doing
here.
live streams. If it's Dodgers Yankees, I'll for sure be doing some live streams. But nah.
Yeah.
So we found out something today, but like we kind of already knew that this was a caveat, but figured that maybe an exemption could be made. Sam Darnold is not eligible for Comeback Player of the Year, as it seems the award is meant for players coming back more so off of injuries and the like. Okay, not like, oh, like you had a down season. Doesn't count, apparently. With that said, he is eligible for the MVP award. Do we think old Sammy Boy can pull it off? Or if not, who's your MVP thus far? Before proceeding, here we go. These are the odds. You got Mahomes' favorite. Okay. How he's the favorite right now, I don't know. At plus 230. Yeah, you have Stroud second, Lamar, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy. Then it goes Goff, Cousins, Burrow, Dak, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray. That's your list. I think, Mike, you start this one off because Taco started off the Jets.
Pull that down. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta circle the tables.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I can go.
Mm-mm.
Oh, circling the tables.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Fucking shovel face.
Guess what? Sam Darnold is a beast. And I just circled the tables again. But he's not winning the MVP. I'm sorry. Sam Darnold is not winning the MVP of the NFL.
Okay.
I don't know who it's going to be yet. I haven't come up with it. It's still. I think it could be back to back. Right now, I am leaning towards it. Really could be back to back Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, back to back NFL MVP with a marvelous Jackson himself, the captain of my Scott Fishbowl 29th overall team. Shameless plug. I want to address one thing though. You brought it up, but I need to bring it up as well. How the living F is Mahomes' odds number freaking one?
So these are odds as of today.
Yes, and even as a Chiefs fan, that is redunculous. He is not number uno. I'm sorry, he's not. And I'm going to bring it up, Robbie, and you might get mad at me for bringing it up. You might get upset at me right now. I can't rule out Jaden Daniels.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I can't. I just can't. And you never know what's going to happen with. I'm actually going to give a person praises for you because I've been against him. I'm still not on his bandwagon. I know you are. We've already discussed him. If the Niners go on a freaking hot streak, you never know about Brock the Glock. If there's other teams that can go on a hot streak and you never know. Green Bay. If Jordan Love goes on a hot streak, you never know. If, just teams like, just saying. If I had to say now, I would say Lamarvelous, but I really do not think that it's going to be Sam Darnold. Taco, take it away. I can barely breathe. And you're on mute. And
How is his mic is being weird? What the fuck?
we don't hear you.
Sorry. So I'd like to state here that the one guy that you are downplaying, Mr.
no.
Mahomes, also has the ability to get hot, and also has an undefeated team right now.
We're talking about right now.
Yeah, right now he beat Lamar. He straight up said, Lamar, you want to make all these yardage.
How many interceptions
claims?
has Mahomes thrown this year?
Hold on.
I get you. It's 6 and 6.
Let me pull up the stats.
Get you that. But he's the leader of the best team in football. And he
Taco
makes
answered
ridiculous plays to win games.
No,
He's
I'm just
game-winning
bringing overall.
You know, I'm not saying he's playing the best right now, but when you talk about the end of the season and what Mike is saying about these guys getting hot, Mahomes can get hot. And the Chiefs aren't even playing. I sound like a Chiefs fan half the time right now, but they're not even hot yet. They're not even rolling. You're just starting to see what's going on with Juju. And if that starts to roll, and then you're bringing Kelsey back into it, and the offense starts to play dynamically, you know, and you stay maybe undefeated.
And still throwing picks in the midst of all of that?
I mean, he'll fix it out.
Lamar has 9. Lamar has 9-1.
Yeah, Lamar. Yeah. Lamar's balling
right.
his ass.
Again, this is a long season. Let's see how the trajectory goes. If Lamar ends up with like 45 touchdowns and 3 picks, it's going to be an easy thing.
Here's the thing: you cannot be
betting
an
on?
MVP. You cannot be an MVP and be outclassed, because the MVP award's not purely based off of wins. So if another quarterback outperforms you, you gotta give it to that person. I mean, it would just be a shame.
We gotta look at what it is by the end of the season and what the records are. If he has like 4 or 5 more wins, and their numbers are maybe Lamar's better, but it's not like a significant better. You know?
No, if Lamar's numbers are better, plus has the wins, because here's the way that it works when it comes to MVP voting.
Because Lamar got more pieces than Mahomes. Right now, you just lost Pacheco and Rice. All you have is Kelsey. You're bringing Juju off the scrap heap.
Baltimore Ravens have not produced.
If he wins this shit,
Baltimore Ravens have not produced a Pro Bowl wide receiver in fucking 10 years.
It's so bad.
You're right, but fucking Rice was on his path to be a fucking monster.
You just said you just said that Lamar has more weapons. So where's these better weapons?
Where's these better weapons? You talking about you still got King Henry, you got Zay Flowers, you got 2 options at tight end.
What's Mark Andrews' fantasy ranking? What's Mark Andrews' PFF grade?
Fantasy ranking and real NFL ranking are 2 different things. And like I said, you still got Likely, who's outproducing all of them. And then you got that 3rd string tight end who's putting up numbers for no reason. The Ravens, you always say it every time that we're on the draft. My God, the Ravens drafted so well. The Ravens in the 7th round are making great picks.
Okay, so I'm going to use your argument against you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lamar, hands down, if we're talking just purely looking at it through the scope of Lamar and Mahomes, Lamar, being that he does not have the weapons that Mahomes does and puts up the statistics that he does, is why Lamar outclasses purely in the regular season with the guidelines of what it takes to be an MVP and what criteria you have to look at when just purely voting for an MVP. Lamar's 10 times more important to that team.
I want to go that
because he does more with less.
More?
Yeah.
I would not.
My man Mahomes runs the game, and he says if the game requires me to slow this shit the fuck down, to play this possession by possession, and to win it this way, this is how we're going to win.
The MVP award also, we're not looking at your ability to slow the game down. What's your touchdown to interception ratio? What's your stats look like? What's your impact on the game look like? What's it like if you're not in the game with this team? All of those things become tangibles. All of those things. I do agree that Mahomes the Chiefs wouldn't be successful without Mahomes, but I also agree that Mahomes has really good fucking weapons. Like, Mahomes has ultimate weapons. The refs, I'm dead. To Lamar's greatness, we all know. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Sunflower Seeds and Hideous Andrews is tight end 3 on that team. Yeah. Lamar also has Henry helping. That's really their saving grace. Like when we talk about, Baltimore's identity is we're always going to be strong at defense and we're always going to be able to pound the rock. That's Baltimore's identity. Whereas the Chiefs' identity, we have so many different ways that we can hit you. It's not even fucking funny. Plus, we have the defense to match it. And like that's their overall team identity is stop what you can. Where you can make Baltimore one-dimensional, To me, this isn't even a Mahomes-Lamar debate when it comes to MVP. Because when we're talking through 5 weeks of football, I don't think that Mahomes is in the conversation at the given moment. Yeah, sure, he can get hot, but that's not the question.
No,
I think right now,
you already know what I think.
I think right now, Darnold deserves to be in the conversation. I think that Purdy deserves to be, in the conversation. But all in all, I mean, it comes down to 3 for me. And I won't be able to, I can't rank them because they're all just that damn good. And it is, like I said, I can't rank them. So this is in no particular order.
No, just, yeah.
But for me, it is Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels.
CJ
is fucking lighting it up. And I feel like that CJ hasn't even hit his midseason stride yet.
Okay,
like,
I don't even. Do we have to throw? If we're throwing CJ in there, I'm not saying no, he's legit. But what I'm saying is not in the sense of a top end that hasn't met his quote or met his top peak, but in the sense of a Darnold. Do we have to throw Baker in there? Most valuable. That team would be shit without.
Where I understand. Yeah. Yes. Deserving. Yes. No, you're right. More deserving of being in the conversation. I think that because when people think about Tampa Bay, they think Evans over Baker. I think Baker gets overshadowed by the talent that's around him, and that's a journalist thing that does that.
I get that.
You're right. You're right that team will not be able to function without Baker. But when I think about it from the journalist standpoint, like if I had an AP vote right now, and like you're telling me like yo, ballots get submitted fucking tomorrow. Like you need it. I'm checking JD5. Biases aside, because when I look at the stats, when I look at the play, when I look at the culmination, when I go through all the criteria and all the boxes that I have to check, that's who's has hit every single mark. It would be the first time that a rookie has ever won MVP, so it'd be some crazy shit. But we're already in a year where record things are happening.
Second time ever, but the last time was Jim.
Oh, second. I apologize. I digress. I apologize.
No, but modern era, you're 100% right. My other issue that I have with this debate, not with the debate of, is it not the debate of Jaden or Lamar or Baker or anything like that. I do have a qualm with MVP in general. You brought it up with Tampa Bay. You said that a lot of people would sit there and go, oh, Mike Evans, more whatever. The problem that I have, and I'm not saying it's happening this year, because so far, yes, that's exactly it. It shouldn't be. If Derrick Henry was to go out and run for 2,000 yards, Derrick Henry should get MVP, but it still would never happen.
And I think that's why that's why I think that we've now entered this space where MVP, we're going to pretty much from here on out in the future, pretty much almost damn near always reserve that for quarterbacks. Like, unless like some wild shit were to happen in the future, like Travis Hunter enters the NFL, plays both ways, and like on a sucky team and leads that sucky team, like it's like the Super Bowl. Like, then at that point, it'd be like, all right, like fine, like this guy, like automatically, like Ashton Gentry, like comes in, like becomes like Barry Sanders for like the fucking like Browns who haven't won shit since like 1963, and then like it would take something like that for someone outside of a quarterback, you know, and like it would take for them to be on a shitty team with a shitty quarterback situation, but lead that team to greatness in order for it to happen. You know what I mean? So I think we're at that point, like with the MVP award. You're right. You're right.
I don't get me wrong. This year is not one of those years yet, but like that year where Cooper Kupp was the dude. Come on.
We're going to talk about
that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. I don't even want to see it.
You see how I'm teasing them and I'm stringing them along for the second half. They haven't seen nothing yet.
What you don't know yet is you're about to make this guy drink all of this with that freaking comment.
So, with that being said, Dodgers due up middle of the 8th. With that being said, plant your flag, Mike. I'm planting mine JD5.
Right now, mine's Lamar.
I respect the hell out of your tape because modern era, we haven't had a rookie pull it off in so long. But if this can keep up,
but you know that I love JD5. You know that it's no I have no issue against JD5.
I ain't expect this shit, but you know.
No,
look,
I didn't expect this either, but I'm just saying, as a whole, I have nothing against JD5 being in the conversation.
I feel like until we started seeing the play on field, like if you were to ask me before the season start, like, you know, can any of these rookies like be in the if you were to ask me before the season started, you know, just purely about MVP, like should rookies even be involved in the conversation? I'd be like, no, because they have rookie of the year. But like
it was the
conversation changes. The conversation changes when there's a possibility, even a 1% chance of this being sustainable, that it's like, well, do you just not give it to him because he's a rookie? Like it becomes a weird, fucked up conversation.
Well, like, to me, I pushed his name up the list after the Cincinnati game.
For me, it was a QBR. It was a QBR thing. It was the not punting, like the record with that. It's been the week after week record breaking where I'm like,
no, but I'm just saying, like that's when he entered. Well, that's when it entered my brain that shit, this could happen.
Yeah. Samir White, MVP locking in. Yeah, right. 1,000 rush yards in 16 quarters. The only knock against him is that people in the East Coast can't stay up till 12 a.m. to see him play. That we are going to be right back after these messages and a few music videos. When we come back, Heisman Trophy. We're going to start talking some college football. Weekend best bets. There's boxing. There's college football. College football slate is fucking madness. And then, of course, we got our NFL bets. And we're going to be talking Battle of the Beltway. We'll be right back after these messages. Like, comment, subscribe, share the content.
Just stick to them. Just stick to them. Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to Hey, stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. See, it's kinda funny. You stick to the road to the riches and hope you don't crash like some dummy. To get to this money, you cut every piece of the pie to find out you sliced into an onion. Now let's change the subject. These niggas who think they got something, but actually they end up with nothing. It's getting disgusting. I'm tired of the fucking assumptions. I'm about to blow up the corruption, so stick to the plan. When you lose it, gotta get it again. Keep it moving, never stick in the sand. Even when tired, like Michelin man, shit, I know I'm the man, so I don't give a damn about opinions. I'm racking up millions, you stacking opinions. She throwing it back in the back of the video. Now we taking off in her man and his feelings. Now back to the business. Back to the lab with my niggas. Actually back doing laps in the trenches. It's my second home. I ain't have to go visit. I stay resident, embedded to living the life of a nigga. By day we just niggas. At night we the victim. The life of go get 'em, so I'ma go get it. I stick to my plan. I still on my mission. Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. So this is my message. Sometimes you just living in life, be an actor. Don't try to direct it. Now let's change direction. This life that we live for the lesson. Don't count chickens, start counting blessings before they go missing. I promise you, I'm on a mission. I want something, I'ma go get it. No hidden intentions. I open my eyes, saw my vision. Now everyone sees that I'm gifted. I'm rapping like Christmas. You niggas just under a tree. I'm smoking it, not metaphorically. I'm smoking no tree. No one's smoking on me. So when I say you're under it, know that means me. I'm a poet and see, and I'm living my dream. Hoping that hopefully you see the hope in me. And if you don't fuck it, cause I'm all I need. Keep my ear to the game and my mind to the streets. I'm a beast. Stick to the number one mission in hand. Stay true to yourself and give your life meaning. And fuck their opinions, they won't understand. To get to the top, gotta give all you got. Only getting one shot, so give up or not until your heart stops. Gotta stick to the stick to the block. Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the Hey, stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the
No, it's all good. She knows all over. See, so we get it. You gotta remember we're old. It hurts. Woo.
You don't have to worry, it's my time right now, cause the boy about to blow up. They gon' pay me before I show up. Why you hating? You don't know us. Never make it what they told us. But we don't listen to haters, we just keep. Hop out in Miami with no land, I got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, no turn me on, you can't understand. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Shots to your D for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no one zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, go bring her where you're not.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. Guess who's back? Back again. The Rumboyz back. Tell your friends. Guess who's back? 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 Nah. I'm wild. We're talking like, what the fuck?
Man, I tell you, this one is like, it's the Mike Tyson, the babies. He was knocking us the fuck out, bro. She's like, oh, you think I'm down? Bam, I've got you down.
Dad life getting to you, mate.
Yeah, man. Listen, last night I had her till 1 o'clock in the morning straight. I'm like, yo, is that every night thing? She's like not picking up, like. What? Hopefully she transitions soon into night and day and all those dad type things.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Everything
gonna be all right. Gonna be all right. I'm saying don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing it'll be all right. Oh, nah.
The classics to get us through it, man. The classics.
This man Mike is on mute. He's trying to sing. Do I start Rattler or Trevor this week? I'd probably start Trev. Because everything is gonna be all right. Mm-hmm. I'm not trusting Rattler. Not yet.
I mean, that's pretty ballsy.
What was the question?
Would he start Rattler or Trev or Bank?
Okay, so shameless plug. In my article, I wrote Trevor Lawrence as a sit of the week in Superflex, and I said, keep your eye, and my ballsy play of the week was Spencer Rattler.
Oh my God. He's
on a tee.
Yo.
On a tee.
Yo, you know damn well Spencer Rattler's looking at Caleb Williams like, didn't think you were going to see me again. Like, as soon as he got announced to start, like, I'm sure he was like, what's up? 2-zip, top of the 9th.
1 out.
Yep, 1 out. Live here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We are going to get into the next topic of the night. Y'all like movies? Because let me tell you what. This weekend, there is going to be a movie. We are calling this segment titled After the Game, featuring our cover athletes of the game, Battle of the Beltway. Let's go. The Washington Commanders take a 45-minute road trip up I-95 to take on the Baltimore Ravens. We always say styles make fights. Fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the red corner, the Washington Commanders. Fighting. Out of the purple corner, the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, that gave me just chills. Boys, we have a crazy matchup ahead of us. Comparisons between the Marvison and JD5 have been flying around. Both teams have vicious running attacks. Whether we talk Derrick Henry and Justice Hill, or we talk the triple-headed monster of Robinson, Eckler, Weapon X McNichols. Both teams, hard-hitting defenses. Gents, give me a game prop for the game. We'll build a 3-leg parlay for this game all together. Okay? But then also give me your winner.
I got a quick question because I haven't seen it yet. What's going on with Brian Robinson Jr. in this game? Is he in? Is he out?
So did you see the B-Rob interview last week?
No.
Okay. So with B-Rob, with injuries, always expect element of surprise. B-Rob does not like to it's a personal thing with him. He doesn't want the opponent to have the advantage to be able to game plan if he is in or out. You treat it as if he is in. He has been banged up with the knee.
That's why his rushing prop's not even on the board.
Yep, I lean more so towards him being in.
Hold on, stop, timeout. Dodgers win.
If the Commanders win, hold on, Dodgers just won. If the Commanders win this weekend, I'm about to say some reckless shit when we come back on this show next week.
I'll say this, though. How about this? The Dodgers now have to go to New York twice. They're just going to be New York and L.A. in it for a while.
That's what's going
to
make it interesting. Taco, continue your take. Sorry.
I don't know who is where, what.
Dodgers. Hey, Padres fans, y'all looking more fucking dejected than Justin Bieber leaving Diddy's house at 2 a.m.
Jesus Christ, we went there? Come on, let's go.
He went earlier. He went there way before you got here.
Jesus.
The Padres just got covered up in a fucking 1,000 bottles of lube.
Okay. All right. So bets for this game. I'm just pulling up my handy dandy DraftKings. We did hit that 3-legged parlay when the Mets Yankees and Pereira won.
Is down below.
Now, my lock.
It's a prop. It's a prop. You have to pick a prop. You can't pick anything on the line. So no over-unders, no spreads, no money lines. Because your actual pick will be your money line pick.
Si, senor. Si, senor.
Yeah, so we got to narrow the game down a little bit because if we all because we have to actually build a card. Like we have to actually build an SGP.
You know what I love? They don't have Austin Eckler nor Brian Robinson's props available on this site right now.
You didn't hear me? I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear you. No, I didn't hear that. That's kind of crazy.
Because of Brian Robinson being questionable, they haven't put either one on the board.
Yeah.
But not the Bostonian would want some Drake May love. Don't worry, we're gonna get into fucking best bets. Relax, hold your horses. We're stalling for Taco right now to find a prop.
If you got one,
you don't have a prop off your head is crazy.
I didn't get a chance to look at.
I can spit a whole parlay without even looking at the lines.
All right, so you go and I'll come back to mine because I did not get a chance to look.
Jaden Daniels over 225.
All right, so you're gonna go Jaden Daniels over 225 passing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that. We don't know. So really quick, my caveat to that is that we do not know the status of Marlon Humphrey. It did sound like today that he is going to be good to go. It's sounding like right now, obviously, Brian Robinson doing Brian Robinson things. It's sounding like right now that we are going to get everyone healthy for this matchup.
Yeah, I really don't care.
All right, so you got JD5, 225 passing. Feel free to throw out some game scripting if you want here too. You know, what's the theory?
Well, here's my reasoning. Baltimore is giving up 304 yards passing a game.
Okay.
That's the worst in the league. And I do know they went up against Burrow with that big game. But I do think that overall it's going to be a close game. I think Daniels is going to have to pass to keep in this game. If, I do think that Robinson's going to have some. I think Henry's going to have some love. I do think, it's going to have some love. B-Rob, I do think the running game is going to get theirs. I do think Daniel. I think. I'm just curious. What's the over/under in this? Do you remember?
50
over under.
50, wait, it might have moved. I looked this
51.5.
Holy fuck, it moved. It was 50.5.
That's my point. This is going to be a high-scoring game. You got two defenses.
Wow.
Your defense is not great. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Jaden Daniels is going to get his love. They're both going to be top 10 fantasy quarterbacks. I know that's not on the question, but I'm just bringing that up.
Man, Ravens defense is that bad, huh?
I'm taking the over. However, I love me some Jaden Daniels. I love me some B-Rob. You know I love Terry McLaurin more than the other. But I have a feeling you guys are getting an L. That's my game pick on the money line. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Okay. Because I'm doing this because I love you. And I also love this could get fucking ugly.
I think it could. The last thing I want to say, and then I will turn my mic off, is I have a feeling this could turn into who has the ball last.
I never forgot my capital. Stop it. This definitely could. I definitely do believe that this is going to turn into who has the ball last.
Do you think the Ravens defense and the Commanders defense is like on the same level?
Go look up our sacks. Go look up our sacks.
I think then the Ravens definitely need to lower their Super Bowl aspirations.
16 on the season. Quarterbacks hate us. Like quarterbacks, literally. Here's the thing. We may not have a secondary. We have a fucking front.
You're giving up 200. You guys are giving up 214 passing yards a game.
That's crazy low. That's crazy.
No, it is. You guys have given up 11 touchdowns, have not had an interception yet. Ravens have given up 9 with 3 INTs. Let me go to rushing. Hold on.
Really quick.
Do you?
Mike just picked the Ravens.
Yes.
I want to remind before Taco gives his pick, I want to remind you what company you just put yourself in. Okay. Because this is also the same company that I'm about to mention all took the Bengals.
What?
6 of them took the Cardinals. Okay. Daniel Jeremiah, Ravens. Colleen Wolfe, Ravens. Adam Rank, Ravens.
Of course, Rank did.
My own fucking best friend in this industry and mentor, my big brother. I won't say best friend because you guys are my best friends.
Indeed.
Marcus Grant has done this to me. He did it with the Bengals. He didn't do it with the Cardinals. He's doing it with the Ravens. Bucky Brooks, Commanders. MJD, Ravens. Gordon, Ravens. Shook, Ravens. Edholm, Ravens. Patra, Ravens. Taco, have I given you enough time?
Yeah.
Really quick reminder. That whole exact same panel all took Bengals.
I was thinking Ravens.
When we faced the Cardinals, it was Jeremiah that took Commanders. Wolf took Arizona. Rank took Zona. Marcus, that was after I was like, yo, come on now. Like, you know, like give us some respect. Then Marcus took Commanders. That was when I did the DM. Bucky took Cardinals. MJD did Cardinals. Gordon Cardinals. Shook Cardinals. Edholm Cardinals. Patrick Washington. So people are missing on this team a lot. Just saying. Go ahead, Taco.
Taco, before you go, I want to say one thing because I just looked up the stat. Who do you think is the best team rushing yards per game in the NFL? Allowed defensively. I said Baltimore was the worst passing, right? Who do you think the best? But who do you think the best is rushing game? 60.4.
Who's the best running the pill?
No, defense against the run.
Defense against the run. Who's the best stopping?
Ravens?
Yes. So, yeah, they suck against the pass. That's why I'm picking Jaden Daniels to get over the 200 whatever. But they're the best against the run.
Okay.
So they're not a shitty defense. They're a pass funnel.
But how about this? Do you think that's a function of game script? Do you think that, you know, because they're like in the game versus the Cowboys when they were blowing them out and they're having to throw the whole game and they abandoned the run, do you think that also skews how we maybe value a team in a defensive unit and say they're so great against the run, but because of some of these game scripts, they're not necessarily having to play the run.
I agree.
Like that. But luckily, this is your pick. This is your pick. Your take. Give us your prop.
In the Bengals too.
Give us your prop.
Go ahead, Taco.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ballsy here because I like to, you know what I mean, show them because I got them. I'm taking Mark Andrews plus 25 receiving yards. Put it on board. Let's go.
Damn it. Fuck, it's almost as bad as putting a quarter on the Jacksonville Jaguars and acting like you put $25.
Yeah,
hey, yo, that is plus minus 120. I like it. If you want to go ballsy, you could say plus 40, but I wouldn't go that ballsy. Plus 25 is a nice little toss-up. Now, I will say this. I know that we have to pick money line team. Money line team, I'm going Ravens. I think Ravens are gonna wrap this up. This is Lamar. You're talking about LaMarvelous is MVP. LaMarvelous has no shot at MVP if he loses this game. So he's either MVP or he's fraud. There's one or two things that are happening in this game, and if he is who he is, then he should win this game. But I like the under, and I like the Commanders plus 7 on a betting line because that plus 7 is enticing because I think the Commanders do have an outside shot to win outright. And they can, if Mike is, you know, what Mike's saying, it could be a game in the final possession where they kick a field goal to win. You know, you're talking about Ravens win by 3, you still win with that plus 7. So I like the plus 7. And that's a lot of points to score at 51.5. And sometimes these defenses come to show up when everyone's thinking it's going to be an offensive game. Out of left field, the defenses make some plays. So I'm taking the under 51. I think both these teams understand they're going to have to run and keep the other offense off the field in order to really win these games. And I think this will be more controlled clock type style play. And in controlled clock style type play, it's usually a lower scoring affair. In most of these cases, what we've seen, the big underdogs are usually covering and unders are winning often.
You're just doing it now?
So, yeah. I'm going to do a parlay, though, myself.
My Dodgers, my Dodgers took care of fucking business.
Hey.
When you got the GLD like me, you can do this with your favorite teams. You dig what I'm saying? It's a battle of the Beltway.
All right.
I'm gonna take
business so we can see each other in the World Series.
Hold on. It's a battle of the Beltway. Hear me out. It's a battle of the Beltway, right? 45 minutes apart from each other. Tri-state area, DMV. This game only happens every 4 years. What did Rihanna say? Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams and I don't care. I'm addicted to the thrill. It's a dangerous love affair. Victory. What'd you say? Victory's within the now. Almost there, don't give up now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gonna run this town tonight.
I also said was victory was within the
Listen.
mile.
Listen, I thought you said victories within the now, victories within the mile, whatever. Listen, all right.
Man, I put on
Listen,
for my city. On for my city. I put on
look,
for
you
my
see, I
city.
switched. You see, I switched real quick.
Put on.
You on the
Put
chain?
on.
Brought out the GLD, you know, pouch. You switch out the chain and shit. Put the LA joint back on ice for the next game. Listen, love us, hate us. Seen a lot of people trying to jump on the motherfucking bandwagon right now. You dig what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's cool. It's cool. Y'all wasn't with us shooting in the gym.
I same thing Daniel Jones says.
Y'all want to doubt us? Look at how much and how long doubting us has gotten you to the first fucking 5 games. Bro, keep it now. Hold on, keep it. Stop it, Taco. Let me cook. I'll let you cook. I even walked off so I could do the wardrobe change. I could have easily yelled from the fucking background. I'll let you cook. From my East Coast to my West Coast roots, right? JD5 also representing San Bernardino. We got swag. We got that Cali swag on our team now. We got the Uso on defense, bringing that Samoa pride. Many men. Brian Robinson going to suit the fuck up. He's going to put a shoulder through a motherfucker's face over and over and over and over again. You don't want to see Austin Eckler in space. Weapon X can come in at any given moment. Weapon McNichols. And he can turn shit up at any given point that he wants to. Why? Because we don't give a fuck. Don't forget about Payne and Allen bringing thunder and lightning from that defensive front either. These boys love sacks. And I'm seeing a lunch with the name Lamar Jackson on it that we want to take. Cliff Kingsbury already got something dialed up for my dog, F1 McLaurin. But let me tell you a little something. See, there's this weapon that we haven't uncovered yet. Y'all seen what De'Ami Brown can do. Y'all already seen De'Ami. Don't take your eyes off. But there's this weapon that we haven't uncovered yet in the passing game. We're gonna show y'all how a white boy run the ball.
I knew it.
And his name is Luke McCaffrey.
Does he have 2 Achilles?
Fuck you. Too soon. A man came from Rice. He's going to be burning y'all. Like,
oh,
Rice.
You know that was funny.
It was funny. My prop is Terry McLaurin, anytime TD. To close out our 3-leg prop. 225 passing for Jay Daniels, 25 receiving for Mark Andrews. Probably not going to hit. Terry McLaurin, anytime TD. Taco had to fuck everything up, of course.
I'm a pop.
Taco. He did have 2. What? Taco. In weeks 3 and 4, the motherfucker had goose eggs.
I'll be like, Jalen Tolbert said what?
Look.
Trey Sermon is who?
Look, hear me out. I think that my team, when we talk about the Commanders, I think that we've embraced the underdog mentality. You want to know who else embraces the underdog mentality? Rumboyz. For years, this channel's been chewed up, spit out. We've gone through the fucking ringer. This weekend, when we call this game, when we call every single fucking game, we're turn up. We're showing out. We've been the fucking underdogs. Constantly counted out. And that's why Washington's gonna win. That's why Washington's gonna feast. Because we've been counted out over and over and over again. And this is the year of the underdog. Welcome. Hell. There's my rant. There's my speech. Gosh. Robbie's annoying this like Cowboys fans. Psh, Cowboys fans are delusional. I'm not sitting here saying we're going to win the Super Bowl. All right? Yet. I haven't reached that level yet. We fuck around and beat Baltimore. I am coming back to this channel with a vengeance. We beat Baltimore. I promise you, I am going to probably say some very reckless shit. Nerd, what's good? What's good? God, I hope he gets back soon. Yeah, Brian Robinson will be back soon. Don't worry. Robbie's on a mission tonight. Nobody's counting you guys out. Stop being so obnoxious. Everyone counted us out. You look on any big media channel when they have to talk about us, like, we did not expect this. Stop it. Stop it. Seek help. Y'all haven't seen my team be good for a hot minute. Got your GLD on every week. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Bad. Nice. Karan's like, I counted out your Dodgers. See, look. Nah, you're all good, bro. You're all good. We're keeping it moving because we're almost done. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the Heisman Trophy race right about now. And this year is interesting because there is so much talent that is just going off the charts. I want to start with first throwing up the rankings, the odds, and showing you guys what we're working with here. Jalen Monroe is the favorite at plus 220. Cam Word plus 500. Travis Hunter a plus 500 as well. Ashton Gentry's a plus 1,000, which is crazy. Dylan Gabriel 18. Nico 18. Quinn Ewers 2,000. Jackson Dart, bro. How the fuck you miss a whole 100 shots? Jackson Dart, Carson Beck 2,500, and Cade Klubik 2,500. What are your thoughts, gentlemen? Mike, take us. We'll let you go first because this should be quick.
I mean, I really have no comment to be made here, as I will reserve my real picks for later on when I actually see these guys play, because I have not watched one thing of college. I've seen some of the stats from Hunter, who's kind of interesting. Kind of nice for him to win, just because I like that he plays defense and offense from
your casual take. So you're picking Hunter?
I mean, I'd like to see him win. I'm not saying he's going to win because I haven't seen any of the quarterback. We know it's a quarterback award. A quarterback wins it. Yeah, it's a quarterback award.
It is
usually for the most part, but I mean, there have been the Heisman is a little bit more accepting than.
But that's what I'm saying. Hunter.
The last time someone that's not a quarterback won it was freaking Derrick Henry. He's been in the league for 10 years.
But it's still more accepting.
It's turn. Okay.
Go ahead. This year is different. I really feel like this year's different.
No, Taco, do me a favor. Look up Derrick Henry's stats for Heisman year, and
is Reggie Bush a QB?
That's what I need. I just need that.
Desmond Howard.
Listen
really
to me. Okay,
to me, it really is a two-man race.
I need the mute button to mute your dumbass right now.
1,986 rushing yards, 23 rushing touchdowns, and averaged 152 yards per game.
Okay, how many was that rushing yards? Sorry,
152.8.
No, but how many for the season?
1,986.
Okay, now look up Ashton Genty and tell me how many he has so far this season.
He's Barry Sanders. He's baby Barry
I
Sanders.
need
Like
this. I
literally.
need this.
All right.
I was hoping you were just gonna rattle off his stats during your take, not make Taco look him up.
Hold on. I have a reason.
1,050 rushing yards.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's
he's
what
only 6 games in and has 800 less yards than Derrick Henry. This has been a quarterback award, and it's absolutely bullshit. Just like the NFL MVP, this
I
is
don't think this
turning
year's
into a
it's gonna be a
quarterback
quarterback
award,
award.
and
I
it's
don't
not fair.
I
Derrick
don't think this
Henry,
year's gonna be a quarterback award.
look, you just said the freaking odds. You got a guy with freaking 15-something touchdowns.
I don't
All
think that
these
it's going to stay that way. I don't care about the odds because that is Vegas doing Vegas things. Vegas is here to
No,
take
let
your
me
money.
keep going. Let me keep going, and then you can go there because I understand where you're going, but you'll understand where I'm going. There's 2 biases here. One is the fact that he's not a goddamn quarterback. You got Cam Ward, who I think is having a great year. I do not think that Jaden Milroe is going to finish as good of a year as these odds are right now. Travis Hunter, fine, whatever, but I don't think he's going to win. Gentry should be, in my opinion, the leader right now. Here's the other problem that him and Travis Hunter are not going to win. And you know exactly where I'm going, Robbie, because you lived in LA. Heisman West Coast bias is for freaking real. Because you have so many voters on the other side of the goddamn Mississippi River where Taco fucking lives. And because of that, they don't want to stay up late to watch football. And I'm not going to give them shit for it right now because when I was in Kentucky last week at my brother's house, I was trying to watch Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Football. And boy, it was freaking hard to stay up till 11:30 at night after going to bed at 3 a.m.
So I do have updated odds to the minute.
Okay.
So it has adjusted because, like I said earlier, I agree with Aiden. So your pick is Gentry.
Yes.
Gentry on I have to they're making me do because on this site they're showing me every single book's odds. So forgive me while I do some math really fast because I'm going to give an aggregated number when I go through the recent odds. Okay. And I apologize for this because I'm about to be very fucking nerdy. On average, I would say that Gentry 225 is probably the best value that you can get. Caesars is giving a little bit better. I would say around 300 to 310 is probably where you're going to usually see Travis Hunter. And the rest, I would kind of say, you just kind of space it out mathematically from there. You could kind of go, that 350, 450 range for Ward. You could kind of go, that 900,000-ish range for Monroe. And then it kind of starts trickling that way. I bring this up, yes, minus 6,600 for anytime TD for Gentry is insane. For me, this is going to sound all the football players that watch this stream are going to say that I'm about to be very positional biased.
I know you are.
What Gentry is doing is impressive. I don't like the argument of so what, it's not against top level competition. Because I think that if you were to put Gentry in the SEC, would he still be effective? Yes. Is he putting that up? No, I don't believe that wholeheartedly. I don't. It's not me being a dick. Nothing of the sort. Cam Ward has also shown me displays of where he can let a team get close. Yeah. But I also like and I respect Cam Ward's clutch factor. That is something I absolutely, definitely, I can admire. as far as everyone else, I mean, Jalen Monroe's only in the running because, let's face it, it's Alabama. If it wasn't Alabama, we wouldn't even be talking about Jalen Monroe, I feel. Well, I mean, we would, but it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, Cam Ward does have some turnovers as well. So that's why I'm not buying into this year. This year specifically, I'm not saying that the Heisman 100% is not a quarterback award. I'm not disagreeing with that. This year specifically, I think that it's not going to be a quarterback award because you have Gentry who lines up in the backfield like he's fucking Myers. Any time that a running back just stands straight up, like they don't care, you know homie's about to go yard. For me, though, my pick is Travis Hunter because we're never again going to see it's going to be a very long time before we see a two-way player do what he's done. And to do what he's done at that consistent of a pace. Travis Hunter's not going to play both ways in the NFL. Enjoy the greatness that you're getting right now because no head coach, they may have a package installed for him. He's not playing 60 offense and 45 fucking defense. Like that's not happening.
I know it's a different topic, but do you think what do you think the odds are that he plays defense compared to offense as his main position? Because there's still people that think that he's going to play on offense.
Careful what I say. Oh, God, I got to be super careful what I say. Because Travis doesn't know me directly, but someone that sits back silently and watches this show is actually pretty close to the whole program over there. And I don't want anything getting too crazy. But fuck it, it's gonna happen. Travis, I respect the hell out of you, bro. I really, really do, and I respect.
Well, what you just said, I know where you're going.
I think you should be a DB.
I knew it.
I think you should be a DB. Are you going to get the same pay that a receiver probably is? No. But with that being said and stated, it's such a valuable position right now, and so many different teams could utilize your specialties defensively that you really could step onto any team in your rookie year and probably help get them into a playoff position. Defense wins championships. Wide receivers, yeah, cool. We get the girls, we get the fame, we get the flashiness, but I think you're better. You're in the NFL. You're gonna be better suited and maybe even last longer as a corner. I'm glad that you brought that up, and I'm glad that we got to have that conversation because actually, from a football standpoint, that felt good to get that off my chest. Been holding that in for a couple of episodes. I knew that was going to come up at some point.
All right, can I elaborate on something since Taco's gone and
I really want to get your take on what you just asked me. Yeah, please elaborate.
No, but I want to elaborate on that, and I want to elaborate on one other thing. With Travis Hunter. So I'll go on what I think. I think he's going to be a DB. I do agree with you. I think he's going to have the No. I'm going to go where I think he's going to DB. I do think they're going to have packages.
Like, don't let's get back to Travis.
Huh? I do think he's going to have punt. I think he'll end up punt returning somewhat.
Fuck yeah, he is.
But I don't think it's a bad thing if he became a wide receiver.
It's not. That's the fucked up part about it. It's like Travis is.
I agree with you and disagree with Dion, where Dion's like, oh, he's gonna play both ways in the NFL.
I don't think that he is. I don't think that he is. And I think
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think but the only reason why I don't think that it's going to happen, I agree with Champ Bailey here, where what fucking coach is going to allow it?
That's right.
But if I am if I am an NFL coach, I am going to have a couple of packages. Maybe I send you out there 5 times.
Yeah. And you use them as a decoy, and it'll work. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm praying. If I throw Travis out there for like 3 to 5 packages a game, challenge him. I please throw in his fucking direction.
All right. So now I'm gonna stir the pot. Okay. Bring down after you bring them up, I want to bring those down, and I want to stir the pot.
Me picking Travis isn't bias. It's that I need to see Gentry play. I want to see. I can't. It's fucking Boise State, dog. Like it's fucking Boise State. Like I'm sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this on purpose. 2 years ago, we got into an argument on camera. Me and you did about Colorado.
When don't we? Yeah.
No, but I mean like a legit. Like there's times where we argue the devil's advocate or we take different sides.
I'm not ignoring it, Oregon.
No,
let's stop saying that.
But we've gotten into a legit argument about Shedeur and Colorado in general and the whole thing. And I was the one saying, I really hope they fall on their freaking face. I was saying that from day one last year, and they did. I do not think that Travis Hunter wins the Heisman anyway. However, how much do you think Travis Hunter not winning the Heisman Trophy is going to be attributed to the media anti-Deion?
I feel like that's going to happen. Excuse me, irregardless.
I agree.
Even so, if he wins it, you're going to get the anti-Deion still.
No, but I'm saying
it's going to be.
I'm saying not voting for him.
No, I understand. No, and that's why I'm saying, like, if Travis Hunter were to win, right, you're going to get the anti-Deion because it's now he won because of Deion. If he loses, it's Deion couldn't even get one of his boys the Heisman, despite how whatever position he put him in to succeed.
But how many people do you think do not vote for him because Deion is his head coach and they don't like Deion?
I think that you're gonna get a portion of that for sure. How many to be exact? What is 61, 63 votes?
Something like that.
It's definitely less than half. I mean, yeah. I don't think it's.
I was just curious what you thought.
I don't think it's more than 25%.
I just figured to ask you what you thought because I know me and you have different opinions on Deion as a head coach.
I am not okay. I think that everyone's taking me picking Travis Hunter as me being anti-Gentry, and that's not the case at all.
I'm not taking it as you. I know what you're saying then, but I'm not taking it as you being an anti-Genty. I'm taking it as you being a Travis Hunter homer for years.
Been impressed with the kid before he even before he even went to Colorado. For me, it didn't matter where Travis Hunter.
No, I agree. You would be doing this if you were at Jacksonville State.
It wouldn't have mattered. What I will say is to the chat's point, it's definitely a logical pick in my eyes because I feel like both gentlemen, rightfully so, and that's why the odds, even Vegas is agreeing with what I'm saying. That's why the odds are so close between the two. It's a coin flip between the two because both, for their positions, are doing things that we've never seen. We've never seen a player play both ways. We've never seen a running back. Keyword running fucking back. The position where you take the most damage. Do what Genty's doing. I'm not. I am like I said. I am taking the Oregon into account, but I do also have to look at it all like holistically, big picture. Big picture wise, with Genty, I also asked myself, okay, for you being that fucking good, how did you slip through the cracks to end up at fucking Boise State and not Bama?
We could say that about a lot, but we could say that about a lot of people, Robbie.
I get that. I get that. But like I needed with Genty, with Genty, there are just questions that I have. There are still questions that I have. I need to see it be done.
Okay. I understand your point, and I know this wasn't a Heisman. The player I'm going to bring up was never in the running for Heisman, so I'm not saying that.
I know he refused millions of NIL dollars. I know the fucking story.
The quarterback that I'm going to bring up never had a chance. Was never in the Heisman running or anything like that. However, he was a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, or a top pick in the NFL draft. Freaking an insane division as Boise at the time. Josh Allen came from goddamn Wyoming.
But see, that's drafting, and that thought process becomes a completely different thing at that point. Don't get me wrong. I'm not pissed off either way. If either one of these, I'm gonna be sitting back watching the Heisman ceremony, and I'm gonna be happy for either one, but I'm gonna be sitting back, clenching the armrest, like who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Because to me, there's no discussion of anyone else besides these two gentlemen. That's it. Let's get into best bets for the weekend. I say we do. If you want to take your time really quick to get it pulled up while I'm doing it, I say we pick a college game or two. Pick someone in the boxing title fight.
Who's fighting?
Beater Biv Bivol.
Oh.
And then we pick an NFL game that's not the one that we already picked earlier. Because that'd be stupid. Sorry. So yeah.
What are the odds for the fight?
I'm going to the fight odds right now because hold on. I gotta scroll down. I hate how like for title fights, I get that they're doing it in the order of like how it's happening.
Oh, there it is. Beevil's minus 130. Bitter Beeve is plus 110.
Who are you taking?
On that one, we'll just go boxing first. I'm taking Beevil.
Okay.
You?
I want to go Beater Beef because I've seen fights. I've seen both these boxers box multiple times. Multiple times, especially over the last couple of years. There's a reason why the odds are this close. I think that this could. I think this comes down to a decision, to be honest. But I'm going Beater Beef.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Bivol plays Soviet style boxing so well, uses smooth footwork to move in and out range and throws lots of jabs, straight 1-2s. But I know Beater Beef just needs one good shot. Guess what? He's Russian too and fought Soviet style. But if Bivol is gonna jab, he just needs the overhand right. I'm taking the knockout puncher, bud. Let's see. Got the hell yeah. My fucking hair is gray as hell. Are you talking about Mike's hair or mine? Because mine's
talking about my beard.
Yeah, he's talking about your beard. Yeah, because mine's
There's three colors in this thing. I was supposed to get it trimmed, and then I had to be on an airplane on an emergency flight the next day, so it didn't work.
Let's see here. And then let's get our college picks. I need to go over there. The college menu is fucking crazy. This weekend slate like I was sitting back getting anxious for next week, Alabama, Tennessee.
Nope.
But then like we got so much happening this week. That my gosh, you got Texas, Oklahoma, Penn, USC,
Oregon and Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly. Oregon and Ohio State. I mean,
Georgia, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Yeah. Like,
LSU.
Florida, Tennessee. You got Florida, Tennessee this week. Like,
you got LSU, Ole Miss.
Yup. Like, what, like,
they said for like before the season started, they said this week, as long as everything worked out, this week was going to be the week that had the most top 25 matchups.
Yeah, I mean, this week is fucking insane. I say we pick 2.
Good, you go first. Let's go back and forth. 1-1-1-1. You go first.
1-1-1-1. Okay, I like that. Let's see here. So first for me, I am gonna pick Tennessee, Florida here.
Okay.
And my best friend's a Vols fan. I know that Florida could use the bounce back, could use a little morale boost and everything. But I am taking Tennessee on the spread, 14.5, baby. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm going to get a little risky here.
Mm.
And this is all gut intuition. And it's not one of the top games, but it is a top division. A lot of times when a team gets up for a big game, they have a downfall because, you know, like when Georgia and Alabama had a downfall and they lost to Vandy, right?
See.
But that can also work the opposite direction, correct? Meaning a shitty team can get up for a really good opponent.
We saw upset week last week.
And have a downfall, correct? Because they did so good last week. The outlook is so good, but it might have been an a mirage the week before, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's why Kentucky against Vandy, Kentucky minus 12.5. I'm taking it.
I was backing you up until that last sentence, right? And I'm not saying that you're wrong.
It's a gut intuition. You get my premise.
No. I swore off betting Kentucky rest of the year.
I don't blame you. It's freaking
Kentucky
Vandegrift.
Hey, Kentucky blue. Like, you know how like I'll like do like my random like you know, throw like $1, throw like a $5, whatever, you know, like 10, 12 like parlay like just randomly and shit. I want to say it might have been like 3 weeks ago. It was anywhere between the sphere of 3 to 4 weeks ago. Kentucky blew the load on a 12 pick parlay that would have netted 14. Would have netted 1,400 off of like I think it was just one of my like dollar plays. Yeah, it was one of my dollar plays, bro. Not even my $5 play. I just, you know, I can't trust Kentucky no more, bro. Not the rest of the season. Pachota's a terrorist. I'm dead. Dilly, Toronto Dave. What is good, bro?
Hey, TD.
All right. So you're going Kentucky spread?
Yes.
I'm going Vandy to cover then. We each got one left apiece.
Yes.
God damn it. There's so many good games to pick from.
I know who I'm picking if you don't pick them. So that I'm holding it close to the chest.
There's so many games I want to pick. Cause like I look at like Cincinnati UCF and I'm like, oh my god, that's sexy. Like, you know, I look at like Penn State USC, I'm like, that's sexy. There's all right, I know what I'm gonna do. I do Texas, Oklahoma, that's going to be too chalk because everyone knows what I'm going to do there. All right, then let's get unpredictable. Give me LSU to cover against Ole Miss. Give me LSU. Jackson Dart, certified player versus LSU. Oh shit. Ole Miss in Death Valley. And oh shit, the chat is fading me. Oh no. No, fuck. Fuck. I'm taking LSU to cover. No, hey, I don't get me wrong. I love Jackson Dart. You know what? No, fuck that. Fuck that. After LSU a dog in nighttime, Death Valley game is criminal. They be lit. I support LSU, says Aiden. But listen, hear me out. This is where I am gonna be casual. 100 shots. 100 shots. How the fuck you gonna miss a whole 100 shots? Give me Jackson Dart. After Jackson Dart did the 100 shots, sweet. There we go. I'm plugging in Ole Miss. Jackson Dart's a demon. Cheating on his girl for a year and a half. Yo, savage. My homie was playing a future while he was doing it too. I'm going. All right, so my picks are Tennessee, Ole Miss spreads. Dog, this college football slate is fucking insane. I might go live on TikTok tomorrow. I might pass out early as fuck tonight to go live on TikTok tomorrow and just do college football.
All right, I'm about to do something I never do.
Dog, Arizona BYU is fucking nasty.
Okay. No, I'm about to do something I don't do. So I'm on the West Coast. I'm a Pac-12 guy, whatever you want to call it. Pac-12, Big 10 now, Big 12 now. Pac-12 has been split 3-4 different ways. It's been split more ways than all the baby oil at freaking Diddy's. Okay.
That was a great joke. That was a great joke.
There's teams that I hate on the West Coast because of me being a Pac-12 and being UCLA. There's teams I hate. I hate USC. I will say it. Shut up, Aiden. I hate USC. I hate other schools. I hate freaking Oregon. I hate USC. I hate Oregon.
Fucking do it, Mike.
The other schools I hate are Ohio State. I hate, freaking, I don't like Duke and basketball and all these other schools. But guess what? When it comes to betting, when it comes to picks, I got to go with my gut and not my heart. This hurts me to say because both teams I hate. Yes, it's the college game day of the week.
Oh, I know where we're going.
Ohio State's going to go in and beat Oregon in Oregon. Screw Phil Knight and screw Nike. Go, Jeremiah Smith. One-handed catch touchdown, baby. Let's go.
We're going to Ohio State?
I'm doing it. I'm picking Ohio State.
So, like Saban was talking today with Pat, right? Pat Mack. And the way that Saban was like talking about having like how he ran the Buck Leafs, and everything. Like it just, you're right. Like it kind of throughout the whole day, it kept giving me chills, and it's like I'm gonna text my pops and be like, you know what? I'm taking. I am gonna bet Ohio State this weekend. Ohio State, don't fuck this up.
I don't like Ohio State, but I don't like Oregon.
Did you pick them through? Are you picking them through DraftKings or?
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what.
DraftKings. I'm trying to scroll down and find. I scrolled past it, Brev.
Ohio State's -3, -150.
Are they at the bottom of the slate? Because
it's a 4:30 game.
Yeah, there we go. I found it. All right.
I had to dig for it.
Bro, did we? So, okay, we both picked night games. Oh, shit.
That's fine.
So our picks are Tennessee spread. These are all spread picks. Tennessee, with college, I feel like you default then go to the spread. Tennessee, Vandy, Ole Miss, Ohio State.
Yep.
My gosh. And then pick a NFL game for tomorrow. Jeremiah Smith is out. Magid Emeka Ebuka.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah's out, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck USC. Fuck University of Spoiled Children. But I also don't like Predators, so fuck Penn State. Well, I just kind of leaked my fucking Penn State USC pick, didn't I? Go USC.
F them.
Let's pick our NFL games and then let's get the fuck out of here.
I need dinner. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm just going to reiterate one of them, but this is not my pick because we've already kind of discussed it.
What do you mean reiterate? Are we betting it or not, Mike?
Yes, but I'm just saying, but I'm not. But I'm picking another game, is what I'm saying.
With NFL, we only get one pick this episode.
I understand that, but since
do you want to do two NFL games?
No, what I'm saying is I called it earlier in a different topic, but I just want to reiterate. I am taking the Jets at plus 114 on the money line. But that's not my pick.
Yeah,
my pick is going to be just a stranger on the bus trying to find his way home.
What if God was one of us? Yo, Kevin Gates actually he redid that hook. And like, yo, I'll send you the link. It's dope. It's dope. It's an old song. You want to meet me in London? You want to pick the London game?
I'm taking the Bears.
Oh, shit. I wasn't being serious about you picking the London game, but all right. Is that your pick?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yo, you're taking the Bears in the Jags house, Brev. I mean, that defense has been competing very nice. Back-to-back 300 passing yard games for Caleb Williams. Jags are used to the flight and probably have multiple illegitimate children over there that they're playing.
Shameless plug. Look at my article and you'll see why Trevor Lawrence isn't going to have a good game. Comes out tomorrow.
Bro. Never will go USC or NC State out of my mouth. You're going Jags. You're taking Bears. For the sake of the channel, I'm putting the Bears on the card. That's not who I'm picking in that game. I'm picking the Jags. As for my pick, this NFL slate this weekend, it's
weird.
It's sluttier than a chick in Vegas on the strip. And I don't mean like a normal like girl that you meet. I'm not talking like, we're talking Vegas, okay? I can't say the word on air. This NFL slate is the Vegas strip. Prostitutes.
Escorts.
Yep, escorts. That's a proper name. And only sitting here scrolling through the slate, just looking for a little $2. Okay, so it's a terrible analogy. I don't know where I was going with this. Like the way I had the joke, comedic wise,
wherever you're going, get on the I-5 and go the opposite direction.
I'm going Detroit on the spread because there's no point in me taking them on the money line. But Detroit's gonna like eviscerate Dallas. Detroit is gonna eviscerate Dallas. I don't mean this disrespectfully, Cowboys fans, but it's about to be a fucking Diddy party in AT&T.
You know how I know it's going to happen?
Did
My
Jerry
buddy's
Jones fucking already imported crates of baby oil?
No, because my buddy's going to the game and he doesn't win lately.
Your buddy's going to AT&T Stadium? Has he
Yeah,
witnessed? Has he seen him win at AT&T?
Huh?
Has he seen him win at AT&T?
No, because the only other time he's been to AT&T was with me when Alex Smith beat the fuck out of him.
So he's oh god. So yeah, if your friend is going to AT&T and he's never seen him win at AT&T, they're not getting a win.
And he's going with the Lions fan. A Cowboy and a Lions fan are going together.
This is not. I'm gonna go ahead and break down the math. I'll read the picks one last time. This is not my. Or this is a mix between my card and Mike's card because I faded some of Mike's picks, which sounds like it could potentially bite me in the ass. But who knows? Great minds think alike, or whatever. Hopefully, we balance each other out and we hit this. Boxing. B2B. College. Tennessee 14.5. Vanderbilt to cover 12.5. Ole Miss 3.5. Ohio State by 3. That's all college. Tennessee. It's all spreads. Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, Ohio State. All spreads. For NFL, Chicago money line. Detroit by 3. If you got 5 on it, that can make you $4.72.40. I don't like reading the cents. That can make you $4.72. If you throw 20, that can make you $1,889.60. All right. So I just want to make sure I throw out the math. 1-800-GAMBLER if you do have a problem. Those mathematics are based off of no boost, no promos, okay? I'm going to be at the Vikings-Lions game with my cousin James, who is a Packers. Oh, bro, that's going to be lit. That's that 3 NFC North guys. Like you need to find a fourth. I don't care what you have to do to find a fourth person to go with you to wear a fucking Bears jersey. You need to find a Bears fan to go. Do you know how viral that Instagram pic would go? All 4 of you chilling, cheersing a beer. You got to find. You have to find a Bears fan. I don't care. Like I will launch a GoFundMe to fucking find a Bears fan to get a ticket that sits in your section. Like you got to make that happen. He's like, we're gonna try. We're gonna tailgate. Now that there's a tailgate involved, you bro, with one phone you can make a whole vlog. You can make a whole movie.
Robbie, you think with who made that comment he wasn't going to be fucking tailgating?
I mean, no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, bro, like, there's one piece of the puzzle missing that could, like, just like take that to like the whole, like, from a content perspective. I'm like, holy shit, like, bro, like, if I could get the perfect piece of content in my eyes before we get off air would be like if I could get a Giants fan, myself, a Cowboys fan, a Philly fan, but like all of us like actually like get along and not want to box each other, but all of us actually get along.
Taco, Bo, Eagle Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would box Taco.
Well, that's just because it's Taco, not because he's a Giants fan. That's the
Exactly.
difference. There's a difference.
But like if I could get all of us together, like in person, like at like a tailgate to enjoy a game, like it doesn't matter whose teams are playing. Like it'd be like Cowboys, Giants. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like all of us like together, like and bro, that content would go crazy because like the banter that you would capture, the way that you when you go through and you're editing, you're like oh that's a good one liner. Oh that's a good joke. Like bro, that would I would do nefarious work with a friend group and content like that. I would do nefarious fucking work, bro. I would be viral. I would be viral from the moment that I uploaded that bitch. Final thoughts before we get out. I know that it's a big sports weekend, so final fucking thoughts. America, Premier League, it's a thing. So now I'm going to start dabbling into Premier League. Shout out the Capitals. Let's get shit done this season because the Dodgers are doing work. The Commanders are doing work. The Commanders are going to beat the Ravens, and then we're probably going to start talking about playoffs.
I'm just going to say it because Robbie knows me, and it's just going to piss him off, so I'll say it anyway. F the Capitals, go LA Kings.
Chell has officially fucking started happening. By the way, congrats to the Utah Hockey Club. They've sold out their first night. Who knew that Utah?
Well, Delta Center is not meant for hockey, so the format it's going to be easier. No. The reason I'm bringing it up. No,
I try to be nice about them selling fucking tickets, and Mike was like, "Them bitches."
No, I'm pissed off, and that's why I'm bringing it up. They said that if you buy a seat at behind the ice, behind the nets, up top, if you're more than four rows back, you can't even see the net right in front of you because the way the wall is.
Well, yeah, I did hear some reviews about the stadium that like they got to make.
It's just not meant for hockey yet.
Yeah, it's not meant for hockey. But I mean, but that city though is.
The city is.
I think we're learning. I think that what we learned from opening night of Utah Hockey Club is that, and through even the Jazz's run through the playoffs, I think we learned that city's built for sports.
Oh, it is.
So
you want to know why? Because I've been there. You want to know why?
Sorry, that was fucked up.
What'd you say?
Mormons.
Because there's nothing to fucking do.
They do. Exactly. There's nothing to do but polygamy. I'm going to bed. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. I'm Rumboyz Robbie. You are.
Drop the mic.
And you can give us a follow on Twitter. Like, comment, and subscribe. We love you. We appreciate you. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.